On Wednesdays at 7, sharp as can be, Blue Gal's calling, come knit with me.
Hey guys, Blue Gal here, and we're going to start today with a surprise that I got in the mail today. And I, as many of you may know, participate every month in the Grocery Girls Sock Bash, where there is a theme and everybody knits a pair of socks in a month. And you have a choice between relating it to that theme or not. I always try to match the theme. And that enters you, if you match the theme, you get 2 entries every month in a drawing for some goodie that you will get eventually from the Grocery Girls. And they're very busy and they travel a lot, and eventually they catch up and get prizes out. And I won the Sock Bash prize for September of 2024. And today I got it in the mail, and it is gorgeous. It is a 10 skein mini fade set from Granule Company, a Canadian dyer. Their website is in hiatus until the fall of 2025. But this colorway, and I know it's so shiny, but this colorway is Old Books. And they did a shawl on their Instagram page made out of this fade. This is, there we go. The print didn't work out perfectly, but look at that beautiful fade. This is on Instagram from 2023, the Astria shawl by Amba O'Brien. They said on their Instagram page, these are colors from the 2022 Lunar Advent Calendar that were also in the 2023 Old Books mini fade set, which is what I've got. So, yeah, just beautiful. I don't know what this is going to become. This shawl is lovely, but I'm not sure I'm doing shawls anymore. But however I decide to split this up and make hats and socks and scarves and all kinds of good things and blend it with other colors from my stash, and I'm just excited to have it. So 10 mini skeins of really nice. There's a lot of actually green in these two. So it is a genuine fade that actually goes to colors in the end, and I'm excited to have it. Thank you to the Grocery Girls for sending that to me. And they also included some very funny stitch markers. I didn't bring them out, but stitch markers and a little cuff that you could wear as a cuff, or you could cuff around a shawl. And I guess I'll show you that at some point when I wear it, when I wear it with a shawl. So the other thing, let's do past, present, and future knitting. Finish the hat, and this is the Sunflowers for Ukraine hat, and I did wind up just doing a spiral top to it. Flatten that out a little bit. The reason I did that, the 4 points top in the pattern was really not to my liking. It was kind of bulging out in the wrong places. So this needs to be wet blocked, and I will do that. But it just turned out great. I'm really happy with it. It's just a lovely hat. And so that took 11 days to knit. Working on nothing else. I am doing socks for May, are your favorite knitting pattern. I'm on the second sock. The leg is probably another 1.5 inches. First sock is done, and we have 10 more days in this month. So it's time to start thinking about second sock week. Everybody who does that, I'll put something up on Blue Sky about that in the next couple days. This weekend, I'm going to work on second sock. And this yarn, as I've said before, is Frog in a Blender. That's the colorway. And so that's going to get done. That is going to get done this weekend. Then my last project that I'm working on, I'm just loving working on small needles on 2 color hats. But this is multicolor. This is a Fair Isle pattern. This is the Shetland wool week hat. And take a look. I hope that you can see how luminous these colors are. This is the Shetland wool week hat for 2025. The size of the hat determines the size of your needles. So I'm making a large hat, and I'm using US 2s and US 3 needles. And it is an 8-color hat. This is 1 repeat. You do 3 repeats. And then the crown also has this pattern carrying up to the top. It is, as I said, Shetland wool week hat. It is in the color there. It comes in 3 colorways, but I'm using the purple colorway, Calliard. Here we go. Shetland wool week 2025 hat. And no photo does justice, and I don't think the camera does justice to just how glowing the play off of these colors is on each other. Just beautiful. So I will repeat this diamond pattern going up, and that means that there will be purple diamonds in between the yellow diamonds. And it has a blue streak going through the middle of those darker diamonds. And it's just lovely. It's just turning out great. So I'm very, very happy with that. And so now it's time to talk about future knitting. And I have had a request from my youngest child for what they call a grandpa sweater. And they want it to be academic, big cardigan, big buttons, perhaps patches at the elbows. So I went around looking for patterns, and I found this one by Jennifer Hagen. It's number F14, men's top-down cardigan. And this is a paid pattern, but I think it's worth paying for. It comes in 4 gauges. And I think the gauges are 3 to the inch all the way up to 6 to the inch. I am knitting this in yarn I ordered for the purpose of this sweater. This is Barocco Vintage in the colorway Mocha, which youngest child picked out from the Webb's anniversary sale. And it is a wool acrylic blend. It's 52% acrylic and 40% wool, 8% nylon. So it's a sturdy yarn and a soft yarn, but it'll hold up to if it accidentally goes in the washer, if it sits in the back seat of the car for 3 weeks. It's college senior is going to wear this around. So I want it to be, pizza proof. And so I'm going to knit this on size 8 needles, top down, plain cardigan, month of June. And I'm going to keep very careful track of my time. I want to find out how long it takes me to knit a top down sweater. This is going to be an extra large because youngest child wants it bulky and wants it oversized. So, but that would be typical for a sweater for myself as well. So I'm really hoping to have a timetable in my mind to learn about how quickly I can knit a basic top-down sweater. And that will help me gauge if I want to put in lace or cables or whatever and add time to it. I found it tremendously helpful for my sock knitting, which I've been doing, for I guess this is the 13th month of a pair of socks every month. To know that I can knit a sock in 4 days. I can knit a sock in 6 days, somewhere in there. Under a week, I can finish the sock. So figuring out, and I know I'll be racing through this to finish it and really kind of buckling down. But I'd like to know in my head that, okay, if I cast on a sweater and I really knit it for a month, I can finish it in a month. I don't know if that's possible or not. We'll figure it out. It is going to be stockinette back and forth, so that's boring and that's tough. And getting to those sleeves it's all going to require a lot of discipline, which at this stage of my life I actually know that I have. So, and I'll be following up with you each week during the month of June to show you where I'm at and how many hours I put into it. So I'm excited about sharing that with you and figuring out what my timetable is for actually knitting an entire sweater. So, if you'd like to join me in that and banging out a sweater in June, this was on sale because you don't buy brown worsted weight yarn and start knitting it in June. But yeah, I'm going to do that. And then I wanted to show you this blanket that was trending this morning on Ravelry. It's called the Color Cascade. I know I've shown you similar blankets in the past. This one is free pattern. It casts on 140 for the long strips, and then you cast on 70 and do 10 garter ridges in intarsia. Yeah. Real simple intarsia, because it's not changing location where the change of yarn is. It's just after that 140 stitches or before that 140 stitches. But I think I would still knit this in strips and just sew it together. But I love those colors. I think that's really pretty. And it is a garter stitch blanket. So at some point, this might be on my list to work on. I just think it's pretty. I am not going to read to you today, but I am going to share a book. This book I got from there was a special offer for it on one of the emails, that all the knitting emails that come out, that somebody had suggested this book and had it at a discount and so forth. And it's a children's book, and it's called Extra Yarn by Mac Barnett, illustrated by John Klassen. It's a children's book, ages 4 to 8. It's about a little girl. Her name is, I should tell you her name, Annabelle. Okay, her name is Annabelle, and she has a box that has extra yarn in it. And that's all you need to know. She has a box with extra yarn, and she has an adventure with the extra yarn and her knitting. And I just love children's books. I'm one of those people that has a stack of books saved up for grandchildren that haven't been born yet. And this is going in that box. So for Granny Franny to read about extra yarn to grandchildren someday. And this is just the sweetest book. So like I said, I'm not going to read it because it's just out and I don't want to violate copyright or anything like that. Lane Smith, who's a New York Times bestselling author, wrote a review on the back that says, "There's only one thing to say perfect." There's only one thing to say perfect. It is a lovely book. And it's about extra yarn, because if you have extra yarn, what do? You knit with extra yarn. You have to do that. All right. Highly recommend Extra Yarn in all kinds of ways. So I'm going to go back to knitting the Shetland Wool Week hat for 2025. This was the first year ever that I've knit a Shetland Wool Week hat. And it will not be the last. I am hooked. I am absolutely hooked on these colors, and this Shetland yarn is it's beautiful. It's just beautiful yarn. It's so simple. Jameson 2-ply jumper weight, Jameson and Smith. It is just loosely spun and soft, yet woolly, and clings to itself. And it's old-fashioned, and it comes in bright colors, and it's traditional, and it's addictive. It just clicks my brain on. And I just love it. I love doing this. I have learned that about myself in doing the sunflower hat. that I love color work on small needles. And I learned that about myself at 61. So there's always a chance to learn. Uh, and I learned it from the other color work I did this year, that this is my thing. And so that is a fun thing to have, to know that there's a style of knitting and a technique of knitting that I really hadn't embraced before, because I had kids. I had kids growing up in my house, and now that they're gone, discovering that this, fine color work that requires a lot of attention, and hyper focus is my thing. And so I'm excited about that. I'm excited about the future of that, and knitting more of it. So I hope you found your thing. Look for your thing. Find your thing, because it's fun. It makes the days. It adds sanity to your day to have something that brings joy. And so I highly recommend that. Go knit something, and all the best. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
On Wednesdays at 7, sharp as can be, Blue Gal's calling, come knit with me.